fat or fit? Men debating on Jubilee. Here we go. We're gonna react to this shit right now. It's 1 hour fucking long. It's 1 hour long.
And being in the public space
Kinda long.
encourages obesity?
Yes.
Shame is what led me to an eating disorder.
Whose fault
When
is that,
what
though?
we're looking for is
Whose fault is that?
stability.
That's your
It's-
fault.
It's
See, the
an
problem is that you're a
amalgamation.
professional victim.
Would you agree, like, looking at his physique,
Okay.
like, he's at a perfectly, I would say, maybe healthy,
No.
I think,
He's definitely overweight, definitely obese.
Damn. 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 Oh. Ugh. It's funny? Okay.
My name's John. I host the Radical Empathy podcast. I used to
Alright, guys, pick a side. Pick a side in chat. Pick a side. Are you fat side or fit side? Tell me which side you're rooting for.
direct episodes of Middle Ground, but I'll now be moderating today's discussion between jacked men and fat men. Our first prompt is, I have felt disgusted looking at a fat body. Can our agreeers please step forward?
Okay, AIDS on the fat side. Okay. All right. Since I'm eating cake right now,
Whoever
fair,
feels
fair.
compelled to
Gotta be
start us
honest
off.
with yourself, you know.
Well, it's unacceptable to be fat.
Whoa, hold up,
Okay.
hold up.
That's a
We're
great
just
start.
we started off dropping bombs already.
Fat.
Whoever feels compelled to start us off.
Well, it's unacceptable to be fat.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, before we see if you agree or not, first of all, I would like to get one thing out of the way, which is the fresh and fit guy is a fucking dork. I feel like everyone knows this guy's just a dork, right? He has like no personality. He copied fresh and the idea for fresh and fit was copied off that other dude, like, and he only says for random shit. So if this guy says some bullshit, I'm not surprised because he's a dork, right? Let's see.
That's a great start. I mean, I know why you say that, but it's one of those things where, do you know why you're saying that?
Yes, because I've been fat before and I lost the weight.
Well, me too. I've been fat my whole life. I've been way skinnier than I am now, and I've been way heavier than I am.
They have the Gym Bro starter pack. They kind of do. Oh God, they kind of do.
Was I less valuable at one point in there?
Well, I mean, you can make an argument that you're less valuable when you're fatter because you drain resources, but that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, I mean, in general, being fat is unacceptable because you control every single morsel of food that goes into your mouth.
Okay.
It shows a lack of discipline, it shows a lack of character, it shows a lack of temperance, and when you're fat, it's an outward manifestation of your inadequacies.
When I see somebody who's 5
Okay. Understandable point. But the thing is, not completely, right? Because you can be fat and show your inaccuracy on the physical aspect, but that doesn't mean you're like stupid or you're a failure on every single aspect of your life other than fitness. So I kind of understand, but not completely. Not completely.
or 600 pounds, all I can think of is, why do they care so little about their health that they can do this, allow themselves to gain that much weight, knowing it's taken 20, 30, 40 years off their life? I just can't imagine not wanting to live that badly.
I understand that. No, it's I've definitely felt disgusted looking at my own body and looking at other fat bodies in my life. A lot of the disgust I felt looking at people was me feeling disgusted with myself and then projecting that feeling onto other people. And I don't think anyone on either side will disagree that health is important. I know that my own mental health was
Einstein was probably fat. He definitely wasn't lazy. I actually don't think Einstein was fat because I don't think he ate a lot. And on the pictures, he doesn't look fat. By the way, they ain't even that fat. This guy's fine. This guy's fine.
Every
But
fixate of my life
the
trying
other homie, bro, the other homie is looking. It's looking bad. It's not looking great.
to get smaller and trying to be thinner.
I don't think there's anyone that can look at somebody 500, 600, 700 pounds and not think, wow, what have they done? And not be disgusted. Like, how can you not? I just can't understand
You can't
nobody
assume that
thinking
everyone
that.
has the same opinion, though, because unfortunately, some people have emotional stuff that happened, traumatic stuff that's happened, so you can't discount and just say, oh,
Boo-hoo,
because they're
man.
fat.
Boo-hoo, man. Like, there's way worse stuff going out in the world versus people saying, oh my God, I'm sad, I'm gonna eat some ice cream. It's like, no, dude, it's like, you're fat, you made that decision, you live in the best country ever. If you live in a civilized, first world
The United States is not the best country ever. Like I said, this guy is a goofball, and he's gonna go and say goofball stuff, like the idiot that he is. The United States is not the greatest country in the world, and it's not even close. Okay? Now, I kind of agree with what he's saying, but saying boo-hoo is just an asshole answer. But whatever. I don't like this guy, so I'm going to be on his dick 24/7, but whatever.
Country where you have electricity, internet power, etc. You deserve to be bullied. It's ridiculous to me that we have all these fat people running around. Meanwhile, people are being bombed in Gaza. It's ridiculous.
What? Yo, what the fuck? I can't believe there's fat people and there's bombs in Gaza. Like, what? What the fuck is the connection here, bro? What is the connection? God, these fat people, they're causing the bombings in Gaza. Well, I can't believe this. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Get back to your fucking podcast. Can't
We
believe
are
this guy.
so privileged here in the United States and in the West in general. When I see a fat person, I'm like, wow.
What does guy exactly, bro? What the fuck is this guy on about? Sincere card was good, brother. Completely zero IQ. This whatever. But this, I'm telling you, this guy is a goofball. He's gonna be fucking saying random shit off the wazoo, bro.
You got the gift of life. You got the gift of being in a developed country, and you're a fat POS talking about body positivity on TikTok. What the hell is going
But now
on
you're
here?
segmenting though, because not everyone thinks like that. What do you
No, we
call
need
it?
to bring
Like
shaming back.
Yes, I got Discord, and you're probably a bot trying to sell me drawings. I don't want your drawings.
Okay.
We need to bring shaming back in so many other regards besides obesity. We need to do it with slut.
He low-key clip farming. You think so? Probably. Honestly, these guys, especially the guy of Fresh and Fit, these guys, they live off the drama. Like, oh, he's saying this, he's saying that. And then the idiot fucking brain slop young men, they go like, wait, this guy is so courageous for saying that fat people are causing the bombings in Gaza. I might start following him, dude. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to sell you drawings. Awesome. So, enjoy the stream. Give me your thoughts on the fat or
We need to
fit
shame-
thing.
Do shame fat people. We need to shame everybody when they fuck up. Because shame has been one of the strongest defenses against degeneracy and human fuck ups.
You had a personal experience you wanted to share. You said you used to be overweight. Now you're not.
Oh yeah. So I did an experiment back in like 2015 where I like bulked for like almost 2 years, and I got up to like 250 pounds.
Bulk
and
season.
then I died.
In his defense, he didn't mean fat people are causing the bombs in Gaza. No, I know, of course not. But like the way he said it was like, they literally said, like, I can't believe there's fat people running around in the USA while Gaza's being bombed. Like, what's your point? What's your point here? What are you trying to get into? Like, I don't understand his point.
I did it down. It took me about 7 months. I systematically did it, control my calories, tracked my macros, tracked my protein, carbs, fats, and systematically lost 1 to 2 pounds per week.
So you chose to gain up to 250.
Yeah,
you were
so
naturally
I've been on
skinny
all
beforehand.
spectrums. Like I'm naturally skinny.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna
Zero
get fat
correlation?
as an experiment.
Yeah.
Did it, and then I was like, all right,
Exactly.
I'm gonna lose the
What the
weight.
fuck?
And then all I did was just track my calories, ate the same food every single day.
Yeah.
Went to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, and everything was controlled, and it got done. Was it monotonous? Of course. Was it
No,
boring?
yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
I agree with you there. I am naturally this way. This is with working out 4 or 5 times
That's
a week.
not true.
This is
No,
100%
you
true,
can't.
bro.
Nah, bro.
No,
Come to the gym with
it's
me.
not.
This is me
It's not
working out.
natural at all because at the end of the day, if you don't lose weight, by definition, you're not in a calorie deficit. If you're not in a calorie deficit, then you're gonna either maintain or gain weight. And
That
that's
is
the problem,
true.
That people don't track.
That is true. That is true. There's no magic. There's no, oh, I eat little, but I'm still fat. Nope. That doesn't exist. You either calorie deficit and you lose weight, or you stay in the limit and you stay the same, or you overeat and you gain weight. There's no fucking magic. There's no I'm special. That's just how it is.
Their calories.
And that's true, but people burn at their resting metabolic rate a different set of calories.
Doesn't matter.
Let's not get too granular right now. Ragini, it's going to be one of those episodes, right? Let's bring in the disagreeers and hear from them.
Oh, okay. So
Okay, so
these
there's
the first guys agree, the second guys disagree. Okay, I didn't know
I
that.
disagreed, especially when I heard the statement. I don't think I'll ever look at somebody based on their situation and think that I'm disgusted. Like,
You can take drugs to lose weight. Yeah, but most of these drugs, what they do, from what I know, these drugs they don't just burn your weight like magically, but they reduce your appetite so that you naturally they reduce appetite in different ways, obviously. But basically because you kind of naturally don't want to eat anymore, and then you just like you still go in a calorie deficit anyway.
Like if I see somebody that's a drug addict on the street that's homeless,
Yeah,
I'm
it make you not
not
hungry.
disgusted by that. If I see somebody that's incredibly overweight, I'm not disgusted by that. Do I think that there's an opportunity for growth? Do I
Weight loss shots? Yeah, exactly. So, but they still give you a calorie deficit anyway, so it's still
think they've been put in a
like that's how you know there's like legit no magic. You go in a calorie deficit or not, or you're not getting skinnier.
disadvantageous position that's probably makes it harder for them. Absolutely. I think I'm kind of an empath, so when I see somebody, I know
like
that
this guy.
there's things underlying, and one of my best friends is 400 plus pounds. I've helped him lose 150, 200 pounds. He's gained it back. And I don't look at him and say, I'm disgusted, but I know how bad he wants it. And just seeing how hard he tries and then reverts, it's almost more tough for me than to be like, oh, that's disgusting, you know? And I think there's plenty of people that look at me and say, that's disgusting. I never want to look like that. So like,
True.
I know what it feels like on the other side to like look the way I do.
That guy has the OG gym pack, gym bro pack. That's true, bro. This guy, and he's cool. I like this guy. Dude. The thing is, whenever you're having an argument with someone and they're just like ignorant and they don't have empathy, you are never gonna get to an actual answer because he'll just be like, "Boo-hoo, you're fat and there's bombs in Gaza," like the fucking idiot from Fresh and Fit. This guy is interesting. This guy said he literally admitted, I'm an empath. I understand what you're going through.
And get people look at me like, ugh, that's gross.
Gang, what's up, bro?
So like, have that muscle, and to go back to that point, like you came from a fit.
What would you do if you met a GTA admin? I would probably say, you're a good admin, or something. I think.
Place and like deciding to bulk, like that's a conscientious decision to gain weight. Like you are
Like a GTA moderator, like someone who works at Rockstar Games. Nothing really. I'm not a big Rockstar fan. Don't shoot my family, but I'm not even that hyped for GTA 6. You just know that other guy is some type of e-gangster. Yeah, like the guy from Fresh and Fit. And most of these guys, the Sigma dudes. I'm Sigma. Most of them are just like cornballs, for real.
already have those habit routines and skills in order to stay in shape, and then you use those same skills you had to pull back on the calories and knowledge you had.
The reason why I use that example is that you can get fat and lose the weight if you know what you're doing and you have the knowledge and everything else like that. It's just about consistency over time. So it's like, I look at it
Well,
like,
let me cut you off because here's one thing that you
Did you say so boo?
just said.
yeah.
You had the tools. So there's people that don't have the tools that you've passed judgment on, and you have failed to realize that with the tools, people are very much capable of achieving amazing things. But
Okay, let's talk about said
no,
tools then.
hold on, I'm not done.
Why you didn't? You cut
I'm not done.
me off
I'm
before,
not done.
remember?
And I stood over there and I listened to you, and I was like, it's a ton of bullshit too.
Sure.
But we're gonna
Whoa.
address this, right?
Yeah.
You are passing judgment on people who lack the tools to do what it is that they need to do to get themselves to a certain point of health. There are multitudes of factors that weighs into what goes on with somebody's body. There are people that even if they work out, losing the weight does not come as simple as just going to the gym, cutting calories, watching everything that you eat. There are
Okay, pause. Really important thing. I was doing some research because I'm very interested about this big ass suit. I'm very interested about this topic, right? Lock in. And I researched that some people say, oh, genetics, right? Genetics, I can't lose weight. Dude, there's only like a 5% or like 3% of the entire population of a country that only 5% of a country, I don't remember which country it was, is obese solely due to genetics. Which means everybody else who says, oh, I have a hard time losing weight, that's bullshit. Lock in, that's bullshit.
some people that have a disposition I have a disposition. But does that mean that I'm not active? Does that mean that I'm not doing certain things? No, it doesn't. But you're passing judgment on somebody's
Why does he have a gold
body
chain? Because he's balling, bro. Come on.
that you know nothing about. Now, on the flip side, what if I turned around and I did the same thing to you? You're talking about how fit and stuff that you are, but you're over there and you're small compared to these other guys.
That is true. I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to sound like an asshole, but he's not
So
that
how
big.
does that feel if someone comes? No, because you said
I know,
shame,
but
right?
That's a little.
You said shame, right?
Yeah.
So how does that feel if someone comes up and they start shaming you for size? Like, come on, it goes both ways.
Hey, this guy's cooking. This guy is kind of cooking.
We're just in the first
So,
prompt. We got to be
here's the
careful
thing.
about targeting each other too directly. You
No, I
definitely.
mean, I'm not offended. It's fine. He's
no,
emotional,
it goes
and that's
in
fine.
every direction.
He's obviously very triggered.
Oh,
but
I'm
yeah,
not
so let's talk
triggered.
about, let's hit the first part, tools. What are the tools? The tools
Hi,
are simply
this guy.
knowledge, which you can get for free on the internet. If you have the ability and the discipline to go out there and get the knowledge, then you're going to lose weight. It's just that simple. It's just that people want to always make excuses for why, oh, my feelings, oh, I don't know what, you don't know what people are going through, blah, blah, blah. No, you can watch your calories, you can go to the gym, you have time to do it. People just like to make excuses.
I don't think anyone.
He's not wrong. He's just not wrong. You just know Fresh and Fit guy has a small dick. Okay. Hey, man. You never know. You never know. Never know. I don't want to see it. He can keep it. But right now, he cooked. That's true. It's just true. He's kind of cooking.
Everyone's debating that weight loss is impossible here. I think the question
has
is
to
why
prove
do
it.
you hate fat people that you
If he
feel
pulls his dick
disgusting
out in this video, I will donate my entire life savings to a random small dick charity.
towards it?
Well, like I said before, it's a culmination of a bunch of bad decisions. I'm not going to go ahead and give the same level of respect to someone who's a fat ass to someone that has worked really hard and diligently on
Dude, this is. I don't know. Wait, hold
their
up.
physique because your body's outward
But
manifestations
there's
of
more
your decisions,
factors to
your
a human
consistency.
being than their body.
Exactly. Okay. So, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite, but, for example, whenever I see imagine a very fat person, I immediately assume, for multiple reasons, that that person is like slightly less professional than a fit person. That's because I'll think, oh well, this guy is like lazy or whatever. But we have to understand, like this guy just said, that's not everything to a person, right? But so example, imagine you go to the gym and your personal trainer is a super fat. Like, bro, at least I would be like, what the fuck? I'm getting fitness tips from a fat person who's not fit. Like, that would not work, right? But if you're going to like an office job and your manager is a fat dude, well, that doesn't mean he's like stupid or anything, you know? And that does not mean you have to give him less respect like this fucking goofball idiot is saying. But, you know, hat guy with blue glasses looks really chill.
Well, you could judge a lot just off of someone's physique. You
haven't seen that
well, this
dude yet.
guy is lazy, and that's personified through their physique. It's the truth.
Abe, I saw you wanted to
Blue
say
glasses.
Just to take it
Okay.
back to the prompt, I think
Yeah, he looks super cute. He just looks like a cute little dude, like he's just chilling.
we just kind of went all over the place there.
We're still focusing on the word disgust.
Just the word disgust. I mean, I would never look at someone and show disgust towards them. I mean, I think I would respect, like you said. I mean, you don't respect everyone, like you said.
Oh, he's so cute. He's such a sweetheart, bro.
But I think,
Respect is earned.
I mean,
I don't agree with that, by the way. I don't agree with respect is earned. I think everyone deserves respect until they show they don't. Does that make sense? Like, you don't walk around disrespecting everybody until someone goes, hey, dude, you can't do that. And you're like, oh, whoa, this guy just earned my respect. Like, we are not in some anime, Fresh and Fit guy. Wake up. We're not. You give respect to everyone until a random asshole goes and, like, does some fucked up shit that pisses you off, and then you stop respecting him, because then he deserves it. But everyone deserves respect equally. But it's this guy who lives in fucking Sigma land doesn't understand that.
it is earned, but I mean, I think at a humane level, we can learn to appreciate each other's differences.
There you go. That's
I don't
good.
know if like disgust would be the right word, right?
I know,
Greg mentioned
Do you have Banks respect? Yes, I do. He respects me, absolutely.
Some health implications with being overweight or obese.
Yeah.
I think being concerned might be a better.
That's the word I was going to go
better
for.
word.
Like
but
I can show concern for someone for the way that they are, but I would never look at someone and say like, you're disgusting.
But is it any
Like,
different than if you see somebody who's extremely anorexic, they're 50 pounds, you look at them and you're in shock? Oh my God, like something happens in your body.
Do I respect Banks? Not really. But that's because he proved to me that he doesn't deserve respect by how much of a fucking failure that guy is. Does that make sense?
You can't control. You can't stop that.
There
Like,
could
how
be a-
can
there
you
could be a
not?
shock
It's not. I
factor,
don't
but
hate them.
that's different
It's just
from-
wow. Oh my God. It's like it's disgusting. Like holy goodness
But
gracious.
why
That's a
would
shock
you
factor,
use
though.
the
That's
word
not-
disgusting,
that's not
right?
disgusting.
So you just mentioned the polar opposite of what we are, right? But why would you look at them and be disgusted?
They're acting like this is a first world problem. Dude, they're acting like... My problem with this thing is, like, nowadays, people like to choose, like, either side A or side B. And if you don't pick side A, people already assume you're side B, right? So the problem is, the green guy, the green fat guy, like, yeah, I can already tell he's gonna be beefing hella with the fresh and fit idiot, right? So I'm not gonna, I don't like his approach because he looks aggressive. But that doesn't mean I'm like, ugh, fuck fat people. And just because I hate the fresh and fit guy doesn't mean I hate fat people. Or I hate fit people, whatever.
Versus concerned. That is a very specific.
So when people try to find like a middle ground, like what I usually try to do, people just assume you're like dick riding someone else or like a different side or
word, and it has very specific connotations behind it, and when it's used, it's somewhat weaponized as well.
I don't think we can help how we feel. I don't think I can choose like, oh, I just am not. It would be sitting here and lying. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm always going to be honest with people. I'm disgusted. This is just how I feel.
The thing is, when you see a fat person, the reason why it's disgusting and the reason why there's so much pushback on this whole body positivity and people make fun of Lizzo, rightfully so, by the way, is because it's unattractive, it's unhealthy. Until we had this woke era, they used to put like models and attractive people on the cover of magazines that were in shape. Why? So that people can aspire to look like that. And it's healthy and it looks better in general. You look good, feel good. But when you're fat, it says a lot about you. People aren't going to sit there and be like, let me see if he's a good person. No, they're just going to assume that you're lazy, which you are, by the way, when you're fat, and you don't have discipline, which you are, by the way. So they're just going to assume off of what they see. That's the world that we live in.
I love how you stated a shit ton of assumptions. You didn't state not one fact. You just
like, I don't completely disagree with him, but I don't completely agree either. Like, it's unattractive to you. It's unattractive to me, right? But maybe the fat dude likes a fat girl. Or dude, I've seen skinny girls who literally say they want a fat guy. I've seen it. It happens, right? So it depends. I feel like this guy has such a closed mentality, bro.
Assumptions.
Like, your truth is not the only truth, bro.
I want to move on to the next prompt, but
I guess your
we're
view,
definitely...
Can I say one thing? Just one question. Like, let's say you knew he used to be 600 pounds, and how much do you weigh now?
I'm 384.
And now he's 384. Do you see him as less disgusting knowing he's lost 220 pounds?
No, that's fantastic.
I
but
think yes,
there's still
less.
work to be done. But here's the thing, like I said before, unfortunately, human beings judge a book by its cover. It's just the world that we live in. Fat people.
No one's attracted to fat people, not gonna lie. Dude, I've seen it, bro. I've seen girls telling me they want a fat dude. A big dude. Low-key cope. Dude, I don't even know, bro. I'm not attracted to fat women. And I find fat people, really fat people, slightly disgusting. Like, it just looks weird. There's even a fucking TV show about people who are morbidly obese and they like are about to die. And it's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. They want a guy with muscles and a bit of fat? No. I've seen, yeah, most of them is like that, but I've seen girls wanting like
People that,
big ass
identify as
fucking
97
dudes.
genders, whatever. They expect us to change our worldview for them, and that's just not how the world works. Like, it's been that way. It's always going to be that way.
That's
All right,
I think what I don't get.
It's just the
we
world
gotta
that we're in.
reset.
Like, people are gonna,
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, my bad.
Now, let's reset. Jacked men are more attractive than fat men. Will the agreeers please step
That
forward?
is true.
How come there's 4 guys over there?
Avocado,
All right,
avocado
so,
big?
so
No,
we're
not
living
that
in a
big,
bizarre
not that
world
big.
where people don't see the truth. Like, how is it possible that they're thinking, no, being obese and unhealthy is more attractive than being fit and healthy? How is this possible?
Actually, you know what? This is precisely why a majority of women find a majority of men as unattractive. Because a lot of guys think this way, oh, I just be a nice guy and girls are gonna like me. No, they're not. She's not gonna suck your dick with the same veracity when you're a fat as when you're in shape. She's just not.
What is that fucking example, bro? I was on the same page as this fucking goofball cornball. Say that she's not gonna suck your dick with the same veracity as a fit guy. God, this guy's stuck in like 6th grade or some shit, bro.
See, people don't understand that women are aroused by one thing and they're attracted by another thing. Women are attracted to, you know, a guy that's confident, ambitious, makes money, etc. Of course, right? But they're aroused by guys that have asshole tendencies, dark triad traits, etc., and guys that are physically in shape. So if you want to get the best of your woman, where she respects and admires you, while simultaneously being aroused by you, so she doesn't cheat on you, you need to have it all.
You're saying that's true for all women?
A majority, a staggering majority of women.
There might be 1% of the world that there's something wrong with them that might think that, yeah, you're 600 pounds, it's so hot, I love that, but...
The hot girls that you actually want, they exercise their hypergamy to the highest degree, and they want guys that are fit and have their money together, have their life together.
You're looking at me like you want to say something.
Yeah, because the question was, are jacked men more attractive? We all walked over. Are we more attracted to jacked men?
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming they right next
Yo,
to
I
you.
love this guy. I love this guy. The jacked dude is the best one.
They mean women.
Well, men can be attracted to
If
men.
I had
mean,
to
we're just
switch
saying.
teams, I'm going with the jack guy.
Obviously, this is going to be like personal biases, but I think attraction is very fluid in the sense that I can 100% admit, like, there was probably 40 pounds of muscle ago is when most women would be like attracted to me. Of course, like fitness girls, they're totally okay with the size I am, but like probably most girls, I'm like too much for. So I guess like we're
See, bro, yes, bro. Come on, this guy's intelligent. This guy understands there's different perspectives and different point of views in the world, bro. Wow, is this so hard on that fucking internet nowadays? Freaking fit guy, fuck you!
do we draw that line of like, I think, for example, like you would be much more attractive to most women than me. Would you agree with that?
I mean, that doesn't mean that like if you walked up to a girl and let's say you're not her, like you're a little bit more muscular than she would like. If you have the charm and charisma, she gonna still go with you, man. It don't matter.
I have an interesting point. And no.
Yo, this guy right here, the one like, I guess he's kind of Asian. His arms are fucking huge, bro.
No shit
God
on you, but
damn, those arms are
had
fucking
Zach right
gigantic.
here on the end.
Yep.
If you put Zach and Greg and you put them next to each other and you did a poll, I think that most women would probably pick him if you had to like, because he's got the height and all that. What would you guys say to that?
No.
The blue shirt guy is like, what? What? A fat guy more attractive than me? No, that's not possible.
No.
Well, we can put it to the test.
But
I'm
that's
just
not
saying
really
this-
fair. I'm 48 years old. He's a lot younger than me. He's about a foot taller than me, but you can't compare. I'm an old man. I'm 48 years old.
Obviously, height is a
Yeah, true. That's a good point, though.
big component. So that you know, so it's not apple. You're comparing apples to oranges. But if you take the same guy, same height, etc., but one guy is fat, one guy's in good shape, she's always gonna go with the guy that's in better shape.
Because I've been so surprised to see on Instagram, there'll be like guys doing like an outfit try on, like not in shape in the slightest bit, and all the comments are women like, I wish like men knew this is how we wish they looked, and like, oh, this is like the
Liars for
dream.
social
This is-
media.
Liars for
To look
the
good,
one thing
for
about you
clout.
can never believe what women say, man. You
Correct.
you believe how they.
Oh my god. Okay, children, cover your ears. Teenagers, walk out of the room. This is gonna be bad, okay? He held on for as long as possible, but they mentioned women. This guy's about to go on this insane rampant about how they're supposed to be on a leash and sucking his money and sucking his dick with ferocity or some shit. I don't hate fat people. I only hate one family. Which family is that?
They behave, not what they say.
That's a different episode.
That's all right. Figure it out.
Yeah. I disagreed mostly just with the blanket statement because attraction is so subjective. I am a big and tall model by trade. That's what I do. I model clothing brands.
Yeah, this guy mogs. This guy literally mogs, and he's not even that fat. He's just like a little bit chubby. But he's a hot ass dude. I'm not even. I'm like in shape. This guy would absolutely get like mog me, and like girls would go for him more than me, 1,000,000%.
Modeled with major
And fresh and fit asshole.
fashion houses. I've been
And
on
a blue shirt guy.
the covers of magazines.
And maybe even Asian dude.
Mentioned before dad bod comments and whatnot and on social media. I was flabbergasted when I started how many people were commenting and DMing me and talking about how attractive I was. That it just kind of, I don't know, showed me that
He
attraction.
shouldn't be considered overweight. I think he is because you see he's like a heavy ass dude. But I
He's a
don't know
lot
if
more
he's
subjective.
actually like fat. He's not fat.
Than I thought, and people have a much wider range of what they find attractive than specifically a body type.
Is
Yeah,
being jacked
maybe
the
he
most
shouldn't even be
important
here, that's true.
Trait for being attractive. I'd argue for guys, it'd probably be otherwise, right? I think height would be a bigger
Money,
component.
height.
Yeah,
fame,
he's not like the
yeah,
rest
what,
of the, he's not like the other fat guys. That is true.
Like, what can you bring to the table?
The number one thing is status. By far, status.
People also go after what they think they can get. So if this guy is 6'5" and extremely attractive, and it's like, well, I can't get that guy. I'm attracted to the 10 on 10 supermodel, but I'm not going to get her, so I'll be happy with the 9.9 on 10.
Just to be clear, are we speaking about women being attracted to men?
It's not just about women. It's just about attraction. What is the
general?
most attractive, in your opinion,
Okay.
physique for a man?
Okay, I'm speaking from like what women find attractive. So when I speak, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
anybody.
sexually fluid. So my law of attraction does not adhere to anyone's standards, pretty much. I'm attracted to people in general. So you could be jacked, you could be more
You just
plus
know,
size, you could
bro,
be
bro, chat. You just know the fresh and fit guy. The second he heard the fat dude say, I'm sexually fluid," you know, his fucking blood started fucking rushing. And he's always like, "I'm gonna fucking beat his ass," and he's like fucking tweaking out to rip his shit off and beat the fuck out of him. Look at him. Look at his face. He's imagining all the ways possible that he could end this fat guy's life. He's just fucking tweaking out his mind right now.
skinny, you could be whatever it is that you are.
Look at him,
If
bro.
I'm attracted to you, I'm attracted to you.
What are the traits you find most attractive?
I think the way that you carry yourself is a really big thing for me. I can't date someone who lacks confidence.
I hate. Oh, wait. Alright, fuck. I'm just gonna allow this through. I hate one immigrant family in my town, not because they're immigrants, but by the way, but because they have lived in this country for almost 20 years and refuse to learn English or Danish. Is that why you hate them? Did they do anything wrong? They just don't speak the language, bro. That's not that bad.
Because I feel like that seeps into other aspects of your life.
Do you mind if I jump in on the confidence thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So growing up, wasn't too confident in myself, and I gained that confidence when I started losing weight. And I noticed it was me putting myself in positions to get more opportunities with women. Right now, I'm single right now, but I'm doing okay. But the confidence came from me losing weight. So I do agree that it's a subjective kind of standard.
I don't know what they're trying to say when I'm trying to do my job. Just get a translator, homie. Google Translate. Ah!
Zytrash just followed.
Yeah. Thank you, dog. Thank you for following, twin. Thank you so much. W-mans, bro.
Standpoint, but socially, I understand that physically fit.
Nah, bro, they gotta learn the language or at least English. Right. 20 years not learning the language is crazy. Okay, I understand you guys. I get it. I understand. That makes sense. But I feel like hating is a very strong word just because they don't speak the language. You know what I'm saying? Like, let it slide. Like, you don't have to hate them. It's like, dude, come
Man,
on, lock
that's
in,
just-
learn the language. But like, I'm not gonna hate them for it.
It's like what everyone's liking. It's like what,
I don't
that's
think
what
it's as
trends towards.
subjective as guys are trying to say. Attraction isn't a choice, and there are hardwired traits that women look for in men. And what I've come to realize is that what women put out there is what they
God, this guy's the biggest, like, the goofball.
find attractive or politically correct things. Oh, he has a dad bod. He's nice. He's a good guy. The reality is that women don't respond well and favorably to these men. There's a reason why nice guys finish last is a thing. It's because when you're too nice and you kind of...
Bro, this guy, he speaks of women as if they're literally a blueprint, and they're like, well, they're like fucking factory made. Fucking pre-made, putting in the fucking blender. Woman. Dude, there's different perspectives. There's different tastes. There's different people in the fucking world, dog. There's different people in the world. Literally, my girlfriend, she literally likes dad bod dudes. And I told her, I'm not trying to be fat or have a dad bod or anything. And then she was like, okay, I'm just saying that's my preference. Literally, there's different types of tastes, and this fucking idiot thinks, oh, no, if you're born with titties and a vagina, you like rich dudes, you like fit dudes, you like being harassed and treated like a fucking piece of garbage by a big ass dude. Like, what? Lock in. Whatever. All right, let me lock in. They didn't teach their kid common sense. He got refused candy, and then he decided to lick the glass with cakes behind it, and their parents did nothing. That's why I hate them. Okay. One thing is to hate an idiot kid and like lazy, annoying parents. The other thing is hating like an immigrant because they don't speak the language. That now I start understanding.
Bend to her will, etc. Girls aren't aroused by that. Girls don't want to say what they're really aroused by. Guys that are able to stand up to them, guys that are able to tell them, well, that was a stupid comment, or hold them accountable for their stupidity when they do dumb things. This is what women find attractive because these are leadership traits.
Have any of those things happened to you, though?
Well, I mean, I've talked to almost 3,000 women.
Dad bods aren't fat, right? But they're like the start of being fat, I guess, because you need to have a belly for it. You know what I mean?
And what I've come to realize from talking to all of them is that most of the time, you know, when they're in a comment section of TikTok, like, you're so handsome, blah, 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 will they actually go on a date and have sex with that guy? Probably not. But they say that because it's politically correct, and women tend to not want to be adversarial. They're going to say what sounds good. But what they're actually aroused by are two different things.
But they're married to those guys.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was
Most
getting to.
often they're married to-
And
to
marriage is a failed institution in the West, and this is why most men get divorced by women. This is why they get destroyed in the divorce courts. This is why women overwhelmingly initiate the divorce.
Oh yeah, so men lose in court because they're fat. Right, that makes so much sense, right? Like,
Divorced by women is why they get destroyed in the divorce courts. This is why.
right, they get destroyed in divorce courts because they're fat. 1 + 1 = 2. That makes perfect sense. Just like fat people cause bombings in Gaza, like this guy just said before.
Women overwhelmingly initiated the divorce rates in America. 80% are initiated by women because we sit here and we lie and we believe what women say they're actually attracted to. No,
Well,
they're not attracted
let's
to a
go
lot of
back
things
to
they talk about.
attraction for a second, though, because I'm married.
Sure.
I have a child.
Cool.
I have a beautiful wife.
Yeah, I like immigrants, bro. I feel like the immigrant hate nowadays is just like fully blown off proportion. Like, yes, there are bad immigrants, but immigrants are necessary nowadays. They're literally necessary to like 80% of countries in the world. With no immigrants, most of the countries are just fucking cooked.
I was this size the entire process through it.
Would you say that you're an average guy?
I would say that I'm bigger than average.
Yeah, you're not an average guy.
And a model
You're not an average
for
guy.
being slightly
I
overweight.
wasn't a model when I started
But
dating
you are a
my
very
wife.
good-looking,
I was a
tall, big
bartender
guy who's
fucking doing
on
whatever.
magazine covers. So
But I
out
know,
of the
I think-
million guys overweight, you're at
But
the
you're not
top.
an average guy.
But
One
I
percent.
think what you're missing is he just said that he wasn't any of those things.
He's not 5'6",
before
man, like
he
me.
met his
I was-
Try
wife.
being
was-
5'6" and doing
No,
it.
I totally agree with you. Well, that's what I was gonna actually agree with Myron for a second. Believe it or not, we were talking about. You mentioned status, and then a lot of people other mentioned confidence. So you even put it in your own pecking order ahead of being jacked or being
Yeah,
physically
status, for sure.
attractive. Wouldn't you say that matters more? Confidence, how you carry yourself, how
Yeah,
you do
well,
everything?
yeah, I mean,
the prompt was simply, is it either you're
Oh, yeah.
jacked
Yeah.
or
And
are you
I'm
fat?
not
What's
gonna
more
argue
attractive?
the fact that our society definitely finds jack guys more attractive. But I disagreed with the statement because it was a blanket statement that I have found untrue in my own life.
Do you, all of you, feel like you'd be more or less attractive, let's say 50 pounds lighter than you are, and simply like just body fat?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that I struggled with for a while is in me losing weight, am I
I like this guy's voice for some reason. It just goes in nice.
still going to be able to book the jobs that I book?
However, the ones that don't work and just leech on the state for money, I don't respect them. But as long as they work and using common sense, yeah, of course. There's ethics to stuff, right? If you're purposely not working and just being a fucking lazy asshole, like, you know what I mean? I understand. I agree with you.
Because I've built an entire brand off of my body. I mean, granted, like, cool as shit, like, you know, I did something that's all my own. Like, I worked on that. But then I was also just like, if I lose this,
This guy's face.
Are you still gonna want me to like do this campaign for you? Are you still gonna want me in your magazine? Are you still gonna want to dress me? And then I had to like take a step back and say like, well, what is it for me? Do I want to be skinny? No. Do I want to look like Greg? No. Do I want to look like Myron? No. But I know I want to look like me. I think talking about
See, I have a thought. I have a feeling. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being a little bit hypocritical here. But dude, I have a feeling if you offer a fat person instant fitness on a pill, you take this pill and you're fit. Dude, I find it so hard to believe that people would say no. You know what I mean? Like, I low-key want the fresh and fit guy's physique. You kind of already have his physique, bro. His physique is pretty similar to yours. But that also counts with non-immigrants. I knew one dude whose mom said the state has to make sure she can live and not have to work like that. Like, what? Eh? I knew one dude whose mom said the state has to make sure she can live and not have to work. Yeah, there's a lot of idiot people, bro. There's a lot of lazy idiots who are like lazy and they find a way to cheat the system, whatever. Immigrant or not, black, white, yellow, green, purple. There's always gonna be some fucking asshole who does that type of shit. And then if it's an immigrant, it like damages the name and the reputation of other immigrants. So it's just like super annoying because of these fucking
about
idiots.
the law of attraction, you focus so heavy about what women would find attractive and the perspective of the woman. And I feel like, are you even attracted to yourself? When you look in that mirror, when you put your clothes on, are you like, damn, like I did that? Because when I got up this morning and I threw on my outfit, I was just like, yeah, I ate that.
Well, if you're going to talk about being attractive, it's
All right. For as much as I want to like support both sides, this fat guy he just fucked it. He just fucked everything up. Because there's an entire like almost ceremony to being fit, because you have to work so fucking hard to get actually fit. So like you look in the mirror and you're like, oh yeah, like I got this, you know, like I earned this shit, whatever the fuck. But then if you're a fat dude, like this guy said, like, oh, I just ate this. Yeah, literally, you're like this because you were eating so much, right? So it's like your point literally works for fit people. I don't think it works for fat people. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Does this make sense?
Typically, people are speaking from a romantic sense, from a heterosexual standpoint of men and women. So that's why I answered the question, because it was very broad. That's what I mean. But of course, you need to be able to look at the mirror and respect the man that you see looking back at you. When you look back and you see the guy and you're in shape, etc., and you feel good about yourself, look good, feel good. A byproduct of that is that women just tend to find you more attractive. It all works together in tandem.
Are you happy with
I want to have the physique of Tyler. This guy right here. Dude, these triceps have been like looking at me. They're like motivating me to get back to the fucking gym.
Of course. But I had to work to build this physique, and it took many years. I was an athlete in college, was a Division I athlete. It took many years to be able to do this. So
What'd you play?
I rode in college, crew.
Oh, sweet.
Rowing, yeah.
I like rowing.
So I think when fat people look at the mirror and they say, oh, I like that, that's coat, man. No, you don't. They say that to try to bring themselves up. But the reality is, most of the time when you're fat,
dude, I kind of agree, but that's probably because I'm a fit dude. Maybe if you're actually fat, maybe you actually like it. See, and this is the biggest difference between me and Fred and Fish guy. Fresh and fit guy. Like, he will sit there and say, all women like this and all fat people think they're ugly, but they cope. You know what I mean? I'll say, well, I don't think fat people are actually comfortable with their bodies and happy, but I'm not fat, so I don't know. So we keep an open mind. Does this make sense? Open mind.
you look in the mirror, you're like, damn, I really let myself go.
Not every
You're
fat
like, you know what?
person-
It's not that much of a priority, so fuck it.
Abe didn't get to answer the question going around.
Yeah, I was in the same boat.
W Abe, guys. Everyone put W's in the chat for Abe. Abe is the chillest dude ever. Fuck, this camera is not getting my right arm. I have to sit here. I'm gonna sit here, guys. W in the chat for Abe.
As you, just because I
W
feel
Abe.
like I don't agree with the blanket statement. Personally, for myself as a gay man, I find myself attractive. I would say like I go for guys like you as well.
Oh, he's so
and I
cute. I
feel
love
like I
him,
get a
bro.
lot of hits on those types of guys, and I'm pretty content with how I navigate my attraction, and I think it goes a lot to the status and their
Aye,
confidence.
Abe.
So, like we said, so.
All right, let's go to the next prompt.
Next prompt. Everybody, lock in. Next prompt.
After 4 years,
Hey! It's not the next prompt, you liar. Here we go. I will say it. I will say I'm fat, and I know that, but I got fat due to stress, and now I'm trying to lose my weight again. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome. What pisses me off is that, like, for example, my mom was like years ago, she was very obese, and because she was like the kind of the cook of the family, right? If she was fat, she was making fat food, so that we naturally we got fat as well. So my entire family was just fat. And then one day she was like, she just fucking snapped out of it. She was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck is happening? I gotta lock in." Then she locked in. Now she's like super in shape and goes to the gym and everything, right? And I respect the fuck out of that. And she's a lot happier now. You know what I mean? So I think just because a person is fat, like the other fucking idiot plumber, fucking goofball, cornball was saying, fat people don't deserve respect. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. They do. But to me, the people who start losing that respect is the people who just like accept that it's unhealthy and it's like damaging their lives, and they just let go and it's whatever. Fuck you. Fuck this shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's the problem. That's the problem. W mom on God, bro. W mom.
Well, I think where it becomes a problem is obviously you should be comfortable in your body, and if you genuinely love how you look, great, but you can't ignore your health. Being someone who is overweight, I've been fortunate enough not to have any extreme complications other than, like, you know, knee pain and stuff like that.
I agree with this guy. I agree with this take. I would be sitting down right now, because the thing about body positivity is that we don't accept diseases, right? People don't catch malaria and go, well, body positivity, maybe I want to have malaria. No, that's not how it works. You go to the fucking doctor, and then you get a fucking cure, right? And obesity is literally a disease. It's confirmed on the World Health Organization. Obesity is a disease. But we can't sit here and say that being fat is good, because it's you leading up to a disease. It's like you finding the fucking malaria mosquito and go, I love him. Go mosquito. Like, no, you get the fuck away from that shit, right? You have to cut it on the roots. Cut it on the roots. My mom tried to lock in like yours, and she gave up there like 4 weeks. Oh yeah, it's hard. Like it's a hard process. That shit's fucked. Losing weight is fucked. But it's worth it. At the end of the day, it's always worth it. And it's never too late as well. It's never too late to do it, bro. Because the earlier you start, the better. But
I know people that, you know, that are my size or bigger, and they have cholesterol problems, heart problems, diabetes. I have none of that. So the body positivity movement becomes a problem when you hide behind the shield of, oh, I should love my body, da 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 da. Great, but you have to be healthy too. You can't ignore your vitals. You gotta like check yourself on the inside.
Yeah, I think the big thing is you have to separate the health implication with you just being confident, right? Like I'm all for people to feel confident in their own skin.
What if a 90-year-old woman wants to lose weight? I feel like no one obese gets to 90 years of age. Let me search it up. Has there ever been a 90-year-old obese person? No, that's not what I asked. I asked, has there ever been? What are the names of the people who have done that? Dude, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. I don't think that shit exists.
Body positivity movement has been beneficial for plus size people in that regard, right? Because let's say There's a plus size person who's too embarrassed to go to the gym because they feel like they're gonna be judged, whatever it is. But it's because of body positivity. They're like, oh, hey, like I see other plus size people in the gym. Maybe I'm gonna give it a try. And all of a sudden they start going. They're like, oh man, I like this, right? And they keep it going. You can argue that without body positivity, maybe that day would have never happened for that person, right? But I think the problematic part really comes down to people extrapolating body positivity, shaming a celebrity like, let's say, Adele for losing weight, right? That's where I would kind of draw the line there.
Well, promoting Lizzo. Making fun of Adele for losing weight, but promoting Lizzo for being a fat ass. Unacceptable.
I agree. I agree. Like, if a person wants to lose weight, go for it, bro. But it's also to the same point of gaining weight. You don't want to lose weight to the point where you're sick, and you don't want to gain weight to the point you're sick. So.
You feel, are a lot of people doing that?
I think the thing around Lizzo is it's not just the weight, it's the lifestyle. You like see her drinking all the time and partying and not sleeping. There's like so little to do with health. It's not just she's promoting like loving yourself, which I think is great. She's promoting a lifestyle that is unhealthy, like being very overweight, drinking, not sleeping. All of these things are not conducive to your health. So I think you conflate that. And sure, being body positive is important.
Yo, the first comment. Myron has 100% an Andrew Tate poster in his bedroom. Mine guy's a walking Instagram comment section. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, what a fucking clown, bro. We should bring shaming back. Get shamed. Yeah, he's very emotional. He's very emotional. God, what a fucking idiot. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Yes. Yes. Deject Hearts. Yep. W Mans.
Important, like loving yourself, loving the way you look. But if that's going to influence other people to make bad decisions about their body and their health, that's problematic.
Body positivity is disempowering people. It's making them think that they're healthy at any size, which they're not. And so as soon as you start telling people, hey, just love your body, like Lizzo will literally rub her belly and said, you're giving me all this power as she's eating a burger and she's promoting being obese. By doing this, you're just ruining it for people who actually should think, wait a minute, I can lose weight, I can go to the gym, I can eat less, I can do this.
Personally, my problem with body positivity isn't...
Guys, I think after this thing, let's switch videos so that we don't stay stagnant on the same topic. So start giving ideas. Start giving ideas in chat so we can get a good next video.
What it stands for, and I feel like there's a misconception because there are those people that they use it to justify fatness and just. I don't even want to say fatness. I want to make it very clear unhealthiness, because there's someone like me who I wouldn't say I'm necessarily part of the body positive community anymore. Personally, I would say I champion body diversity because it's all encompassing. It's inclusive of what everybody, is doing within their journey. When I expressed the desire to lose weight, another plus size individual that I used to be friends with was just like, well, I don't feel like I can share your content because I'm not sure how my followers are going to perceive this. I think it might be triggering for them and stuff like that. And my response to it was, well, if you're championing body positivity, then what I'm doing should not be a problem.
Yeah,
because the entire time that I've
take by this guy.
Been advocating for people that look like me or people who have been othered in any capacity in general is that all bodies are good bodies. What we do with our body is what matters. And so body diversity is important to me because for a guy like you or a guy like the two of you might suffer from body dysmorphia. And that's a very real thing. You might not see yourself for what you really are. And so you're seeking unhealthy
let's get something that fucking expands our fucking consciousness and we can have deep conversations on.
To achieve a goal. To get where you want to go, you just got to give it time. Be healthy in it, in all aspects, mentally, physically. You've got to find the right avenue to do what it is that you need to do for yourself.
The body positivity movement is a huge psyop to keep us fatter and stupider. It's all a scam. The reality is that
Patrick Bet David Jubilee. I know what that is, but we'll watch that one.
Pharma wants money, and they understand that when you're fat, you have more health problems. They understand that you're going to need insulin, you're going to need medication, etc.
Hold up. Trash taking coming. Let's hear it.
Stupider. It's all a scam.
Yourself. You've got to find the right avenue to do what it is that you need to do for yourself.
The body positivity movement is a huge psyop to keep us fatter and stupider. It's all a scam. The reality is that.
Yes. Oh yes. The big body positivity corp. They're plotting to make us stupid and fat so that they can be rich or something, and we are fat and stupid. What the fuck does this guy? What does this guy do in his free time? Just sit down and stares at the walls and thinking, yes, this is psyop. They are manipulating us so we can become fat, and gay, and stupid. Then I need to use my Sigma powers to save the world.
Big Pharma.
This guy's literally stuck in 5th grade.
Wants money, and they understand that when you're fat, you have more health problems. They understand that you're going to need insulin, you're going to need medication, etc. And they make a bunch of money on us being sick. There is no incentive to actually have you be healthy. So let's go ahead and make our people fat as hell, get them in the hospitals, get them on medication, continue to make money, etc. It's all a big psyop.
So you believe it's all intentional?
Yes. We promote mediocrity.
I feel like it's a subset. Yes.
That is true.
I'm sitting
That is true. He ended it really well. We promote mediocrity, which is bad. We gotta fucking aim for the sky and try our best to get there. Ooh, capitalist versus socialist. That's beautiful pick.
Because I do think
beautiful
that there's
pick.
a part of
Good.
it that is problematic. But I think that the problematic part of it is a subset of people that use it as a tool to weaponize whatever it is that they're doing.
I think the whole movement is a problem. The body positivity movement in general is a problem. All of it.
So you shouldn't feel positive even about your own, like for you, for instance,
well,
right?
I
You're not
think
positive
if
about
you
your
haven't
body?
earned, here's the thing, being happy and content with yourself, it's not given, it's earned. You have to go out there, work, and then you're gonna feel that satisfaction, like, I earned that, that feels
So
good.
at what point do you earn it though?
When you can look back in the mirror and actually, genuinely, not coping, respect the man that you see before you. And the reality is, people are gonna realize that.
See, okay, but who draws the line between cope and in reality? Who's the referee saying, "Oh, you're coping now"? Because it's not this guy. I hope it's not this guy.
You're gonna need to achieve a certain physique because you have all these fat people. I love my body. No, you don't. It's a lie, dude. You're just coping. You're lying to yourself. And now all these people on Instagram and TikTok with the body positivity movement are lying to themselves. They're not happy where they want to be. They just accept that because they're too lazy to make a change.
No, but I genuinely do love my body.
Right now, as you are?
Yeah.
Then why are you going to the
And
gym?
I'll explain to you.
Then why are you going to the
I
gym?
will explain it to you. I love everything that my body is capable of doing. I love the fact that at my size, I can do a lot of things that other people smaller than me still cannot do.
But you want to lose weight, though.
And yeah, right.
Which is good.
I want to lose weight because I love my body, but I have one body. Why would I not love it?
Yeah.
And because I love my
But you
body
understand
is
that your
why
body
I'm
now needs to be
looking to make
changed.
changes.
Yeah,
right?
make changes.
But to say that loving your body is BS, no, you make changes, you make healthy changes to yourself because you love yourself. All of that time that I'm putting in, the
That green dude gonna piss you off.
work, the money that I'm spending,
He sometimes does some shit takes, but I feel like he's all right now.
that's a labor of love because I love myself enough to know that I want to make some changes to live a better lifestyle in the sense of I can just do a little bit more.
All right, let's bring in our disagreeers.
Yeah, whatever. That's just like whatever take.
So there's not a single problem.
Oh, no, I'm not saying there's not a single problem. To me, body positivity is more about bodily autonomy. Like you were mentioning wanting to lose weight. My whole thing is like, yeah, it's your body. Do whatever you want with it. I don't think I, as a human being, have a right to tell any of you what to do with your bodies.
Good, bro. It's so refreshing to see like mature people in the internet, bro.
Body positivity kind of comes in and goes, okay, you as a human being have inherent value, just in the fact that you are a conscious soul on this
Whoa, this guy's fucking cooking. Hold up, I gotta sit straight.
planet. You have an inherent value. You are within a vessel of your body that you do have control over, but at the same time, you're not less valuable to society or from the standpoint of the soul for what your body looks like.
When I'm speaking about body positivity, I'm talking about the over acceptance and encouragement of being obese.
So I personally, again, I'm not super online, have not seen anybody pro-obesity ever.
Lizzo.
Oh, there's a bunch, dude.
She loves herself.
don't
It's a
think
difference.
that it's
avocado.
No, no, no.
pro-obesity.
There's a big difference.
The goat has been mentioned. The goat has been
Actually
mentioned.
promoting obesity.
She's not telling anyone to get fat.
She's showing you exactly how to do it and saying, look at my body as I love and
saying
rub it. It's
she's
giving me
happy.
life. And she's like joking around. And
And
that's
also, I
the
want to
whole thing.
clarify. See, here's the thing. There's a bunch of fat influencers that push this body positivity situation, and a bunch of them are dead now. No one talks about that. That didn't hit mainstream news.
So I'm in that space.
Ooh, okay, cooked. If that's true, he kind of cooked.
Yeah.
Which influencers are you talking about? Because I'm
I don't
unaware.
recall their names, but there's a couple of them that passed away. They're YouTubers. They used to do these mukbangs where they'd eat a bunch of food on
Hey,
camera.
Mukbang
that's
is a
totally
total-
different.
okay, but that's a
They're not a
mukbang is a
part of our
different thing.
community. That's
Yeah.
a completely
Also
different
true.
thing. We're not saying we're gonna
Also true.
go to a restaurant and pig out just because it's
Pig out, I like
entertaining or
that.
anything like that. There are people
Oh, my
that
neck.
they're called gainers, that their whole lifestyle, their fetish and things like that revolves around gaining weight.
Yeah, and I understand that you're
We
saying that that's
don't-
not a component to the
it's
body
not-
positivity movement, but
it's
you
not
got to
a part
understand
of
for
it.
the general masses, they're watching that, they're going to attribute it to that. They're not in the niche, they're not a creator, so they're not looking at it like, no, this person's just a gluttonous person. No, they look at everyone who's obese that's making content about being obese and continuing that lifestyle as a part of the body
But they're
positivity
not
movement.
making content about being obese. They're making content about overeating,
Yes, and they
which is
also
also
encourage
an
that.
eating disorder.
Yeah, and
Gen-
they also
generally
encourage being
connected,
fat as
though.
well.
Do you think just being in a fat body and being in the public space encourages obesity, just flat out?
yes.
So just
agree.
us existing, we're saying,
yes.
yay, everyone go gain weight?
It absolutely impacts other people to think, well, think of it. You're
I've
6'6",
never
good looking,
looked
you're
at- I know,
modeling.
but I've
It's going to
never
encourage
looked at-
other people to, well, hey, look at him.
Let me be
He's got
6'6".
lots
So
of...
then what are
I don't think it encourages people to be fat in necessarily like as in, hey guys, let's go eat and get huge. But it's more of in like we are starting to accept it, right? And I don't think it should be because like we said before, it's unhealthy and potentially dangerous, right? So I don't think it motivates, but it leads to acceptance.
Well, when I
I've
go
never
to
looked
the gym, when I
Makes it
step
more
into the
acceptable.
gym,
Exactly,
or when
exactly,
Zach
exactly.
steps into the gym, or when any of us step into the gym, are we promoting being bigger like that too? Are we going there and is our presence there unwanted?
By being famous, rich, popular, and being obese, you're indirectly promoting it in the same way that people who take steroids and are 350 pounds of muscle and winning the Mr. Olympia are indirectly promoting it even if they don't say they're taking it.
But I'm speaking more
Kind of true.
specifically in the gym, in that space where people should be coming together to work on their bodies and stuff like that. If you saw us in the gym,
I would be happy and proud and excited, and my whole channel is about helping people who are overweight to lose weight and have realistic expectations. I would never say you have to look like this, you need abs. It's just, let's go halfway there. That's my entire channel, of which I
like
have
that.
over 2 million followers. It's all about realistic goals of helping people who are overweight to lose weight. That is what my channel is all about.
but we're in public, and you made the statement that if we step out in public, that it would encourage people to live an unhealthy lifestyle.
The more friends
and
you
be
have who are
obese.
overweight, the more likely you're going to be overweight. It just happens to happen.
That's
I'm
kinda
just
true.
telling you the truth. I'm not going to pretend it doesn't. If 90% of the world were overweight, more people would be encouraged to be overweight.
As just on this side, I
That's kind of true.
don't think any of us have ever looked at a person heavier than ourselves and gone, I want to be that. That's a great thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, these guys are the fit dudes are missing the point. Like, just because a fat person is walking around, it doesn't mean they're promoting being fat. Like, they're not correlated whatsoever. Because, like some people said here in chat, I'm fat and I want to change. Okay, awesome. He's not walking around with a fucking flag going, "Hey guys, let's be fat." Like they're just missing. They're missing the
No,
point.
we
They're
have
missing
the
point.
same internalized
Like this guy's saying, just missing the point.
biases as everybody else does. He was bringing up the gym before, and you said by existing just in a fat body, we are promoting it. Yes. I model, and when I do model fitness wear, which I do often, I get so many comments about like, oh, you are promoting obesity. I'm wearing fitness wear. I'm in the gym. I'm doing the thing you want me to do.
There we go.
And I'm still promoting obesity?
If you're exercising and you're trying to lose weight, then you're promoting people who are overweight to try to lose weight. That's great. But if you're Lizzo,
Seeing fat people makes me want to be more fit. Not gonna lie. Me too. Me too. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Sometimes I see like really fat people and I go like, damn, I don't want to let myself become that. So it does the opposite. So maybe we should have more fat
rubbing
people.
your
I'm
belly.
promoting. I mean, I don't know shit about Lizzo.
Specifically about influencers that promote gluttonous, lethargic lifestyles, which a bunch of them do. That's what we're talking about. If you're in the gym and you're fat and you're getting after and you're documenting that, that's fantastic.
The prompt was body positivity, and you're talking about influencers who.
All right, can I
promote
change the video?
gluttonous
I'm getting tired of like this green dude and the fucking Fresh and Fit guy.